Hi, good morning everyone. I'm here at the El Sharin Shiv Community Day School, a beautiful edifice just dedicated for this new year. And we're so happy to bring to you a Shofar Factory. This year, due to COVID, we will have a drive-by Shofar Factory. So I would like to help you reach that point of having and owning your own shofar. First, I want to thank the organizations that put it together. Chabad of Sarasota and Manatee, the Community Day School, El Sharin and Shiv Community Day School, and Chabad of downtown Sarasota. And I thank them for providing all the supplies and sponsorship for this event. So today, first I would like to show with you a short introduction to the shofar, and right after we will demonstrate and help you achieve the completion of a shofar. First, a shofar, the one you look at me, the one in my hand, is a goat horn. Shofar is kosher. The shofar you see in my hand is a goat horn. A shofar must be naturally made from an animal's horn. Many animals have horns, but not all the horns are kosher. What makes a horn kosher is only horns that are hollow and contain a cartilage inside of the horn. And I'm going to share with you some photos of animals and quiz to see if you can say, is it kosher for shofar or not? First, here is a cartilage. What you're looking for is an inside part of the horn that's the way naturally it is in nature. In order for it to be kosher, it needs to be removed, and then the rest is hollow to fit for the sound. I'm going to show you different photos of different animals, some of whose horns are kosher, some are not. In addition, there are a few prerequisites for a kosher shofar. One, we cannot use an ox shofar because the golden calf was a symbol of sin for the Jewish people. Therefore, we don't want to be reminding God of the golden calf scene. And second, a shofar should be curved towards God and not straight forward, as I will show some horns that are very straight. Here are some photos of animals and then some horns of various different animals. The first is the kudu. The kudu is actually a Yemenite people follow to have a shofar made of the kudu. The horns are going around few times and they are very, very tall. The second one is the ram. The ram's horn is the most preferred horn because it is the animal that replaced Isaac when God tested Abraham for sacrificing his son, and therefore we want to remind God of our father being wholeheartedly devoted to God. Here is another one, gemsbach. It's a straight horn, and although it has a cartilage and it can be used as a shofar, it can produce sound. The problem is that it's not curving towards up and therefore higher, and therefore we do not use it. Ox is a very nice horns, but we do not use ox as mentioned before due to the golden calf. The next one I have here is a rhino. The rhino horn are one piece and they have no cartilage, therefore we cannot use those. And finally, this is the buffalo. Buffalo horns are kosher to shofar because they do have a cartilage. And now I want to share with you some actually real shofars, real horns from animals, just so that you have a better understanding. So I have here a shofar. This is actually a goat, and that's what you're going to be going home with. We have several sizes. The curving is various shapes and curves, and we have also baby. I want you to know that we made sure that the animals are not hurt. These are animals who died in nature. These are small goat horn. It is kosher because the minimum length must be 1 handbreadth, which is about 3 inches. Here you have, as long as I can hold it, and it's longer than 3 inches, it's kosher. And many people prefer a smaller shofar so they can carry it with them. Like myself, I have the regular shofar. This is the one I use normally, but when I go around to a hospital or a nursing home to blow shofar, I would take my smaller shofar. It's easier to handle. That's why people might like the smaller shofar. I am sure you can recognize this. This one is the gemsbach, and you can see it does have a cartilage. The cartilage was removed, but because if I were to blow, it will not be curving towards high, and therefore we do not use them. Here are some other real shofars. This shofar is a water buffalo, and it's actually beautiful. It can be served as a shofar because it does have a cartilage inside. And the next one is the kudu. This is actually the kudu horn, and you can see it curves very beautifully. Some of them will have many, many curves, but this is one of those kudus that goes very nicely. And here is to the mother of all shofars, the ram. The ram is curving almost a full circle, is the animal that God chose to be as a sacrifice instead of Isaac, and therefore it is the preferred shofar. Many communities, Moroccans I believe, will prefer only the ram's horn. Here is a baby horn from a ram. Here is the real ram. This is how it is on the animal. And just two more. This is a blastback. Blastback is another kosher animal. The horn is kosher for shofar. It can be used. And finally, this is a this is a ball. A ball is, although it does have a cartilage and can be used for a shofar, we do not use a bull because we do not want to remind God of the golden calf. After having said that, I would like to continue for the demonstration. You will have in your packet the following. You will have a shofar with a pre-drill hole and cut, the mouthpiece is cut, but you will have to sand it, to sand the edge to make it fit in your mouth. You can also sand the edges if there are some discolors or things that you want to be looking a little nicer. You can sand the shofar. There is no problem with doing so. In fact, it's preferred, so it should look very beautiful. And finally, so here is a sandpaper, and finally you'll get this hodgepodge. This is a shiny shellac to place with a brush, so you can shellac the shofar and to complete it, to make it shiny and beautiful. I want to share with you that at any point, if you have any questions or concerns, or you need any help with achieving a beautiful shofar, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Personally, I'll be very happy to instruct and assist and help you in getting you shofar, the most beautiful shofar. But most importantly, please remember, it is God's commandment to hear the sound of the shofar on Rosh Hashanah, and on Yom Kippur at the conclusion of the day. You are all welcome to attend the Chabad synagogues downtown or on the south side of town. We'll always be happy to see you, and if you show up with your own shofar, will make us even happier. So from now, let's move on to the actual instructions of what to do. Hi everybody, welcome back. Now we are in the volunteers room. Around me I'm surrounded by many volunteers. If you don't mind sharing your names. Cesar. Valerie.
Mark.
Ari.
Sarah is behind the camera.
Brenna.
Levi. Mandy.
Very nice. So here are the volunteers who are helping us with the construction of the shofar. I just want to share with you 3 steps that we're going through, in which we will allow you to complete. So first you have this shofar that is raw. I also have the baby shofar, which I showed you before. You may choose this one it is a kosher shofar. The first part we're going to do is cut the mouthpiece. We're going to provide you ones that are already cut because thanks to all the volunteers who are here. But if you want one and cut it yourself, by all means, just let us know, we can replace it. Here is a shofar that already the mouthpiece is being cut. This is a little bit too little because when we drill a hole, we want to make sure the hole will always be surrounded by the walls of the shofar. So this is kind of risky. I would have cut a little more, half an inch deeper. This is one that's cut. And here is a shofar that the hole is already drilled. Once it's drilled and it's hollow all the way, it is a kosher shofar. You can use it anytime you want. However, to make it easier on you, the mouthpiece, when you're going to put it in your mouth, it's very sharp. The edges are sharp. And for that, we have with us the grinder. We are going to grind it and make it a little bit easier to put in the mouth, softer, so to say, so that it can be used very, very beautifully. Finally, the job that left for you guys, after we have cut the mouthpiece, you can ask for these pieces. Here is a piece that was cut from a shofar. You can drill a hole in it and hang it over your necklace to demonstrate that you are a shofar man or a girl, but you are going to sand it with the sandpaper that we're providing you. Here, for example, you see some spots that you don't want to keep. If you sand it, it will the real color will come out. Once you sand it, you can shellac it with the hodgepodge and brush that you're provided. Shellacking it, letting it dry, will make it very shiny like the shofar I showed you in the other room. So now you are able to make your own shofar, and when you come on Rosh Hashanah to synagogue, hopefully we'll see you. Please bring your shofar, show us your shofar, let us try it. Of course, we will sanitize the mouthpiece before and after. Don't want to make many different people use the same shofar without sanitizing first. But once you sanitize it, try to produce a sound, and hopefully one day you will be the shofar man at the synagogue. Again, I want to wish everyone Shana Tova, and may we always celebrate many occasions together. Here is the grinder. So here you see I grounded a little bit of the mouthpiece, so it should be much easier to put inside the mouth. And all I can say is that God willing, next year you will be able to do it yourself as we celebrate, and everyone participates at the Shofar Factory in person.